Well, hello, friends. Welcome back to a Monday morning practice growth strategy. You can see I am not in my normal environment, and I apologize for the quality of the video. I'm actually in a hotel room in Las Vegas, of all places. What the heck? So yes, had a little opportunity to go to a business conference, and it's a virtual conference. And I decided that I wanted to just get away because you know how when you know you need to put your head down for something, right? You got to get in, you got to like focus. I knew I just needed to get away. So I flew back to Vegas, but instead of being at home, I booked a room at the Venetian, which is where I am. And I'm in a 3.5 day conference, and it's just been so good. So you will be the recipient of some of the nuggets that I'm getting that have to do with business growth and strategy and marketing, that kind of thing. So I'll distill it down, make it simple, make it practical for you as practitioners. But what I want to talk to you about today is this. When you own a business, there are requirements in your business that, you got to pay your taxes, you got to do your thing, you have to make sure you comply with local and laws, and you have all those kinds of details you have to tend to. But also inside your practice, there's often a need for staff. You have to get those right staff people on board. And it's a question that I get asked a lot about how to hire, how to onboard, how to, find the right people, how to keep the right people, etc. So heads up, tomorrow on the Clinical Entrepreneur Podcast, I'm going to be talking about exactly that, how to hire the right people in your practice. Now, if you are a solopreneur, don't just tune me out and go, oh, well, I don't even need that. Like, I don't need anything. Don't do that, because you don't know when you're actually going to need to hire someone. So this is good training for you, great information you're going to definitely want to know. So tune into the podcast tomorrow. But I'm going to give you a couple of tips here. Number one, when you hire your team member, you're not your potential team member, you're not hiring for a position. Let me repeat that. You are not hiring for a position. You are hiring into your culture. You are hiring a person that's going to fit well in your culture, in your office. If you don't find that good cultural match, your person's never going to play well in your sandbox. Like, that's just not going to happen. So we want to make sure we find the right cultural fit. The second thing is, when you write a job description, we write this job description with all these to-dos. Must be able to answer the phone, must be able to communicate well, must know Microsoft Office, and you have all this list of things that a fifth grader could do now. What makes your job so special than anybody else? Nothing when you write your job description like that. But what we want to do is we want to create a job description that's not only compelling, like from here, right? Those core values. This is who we are. This is what we believe in. This is what we stand for. This is why it's important. And I go into this in more detail in the podcast that comes out tomorrow. But the other thing is, when we just have this list of things that are to-dos, that becomes so secondary. Instead, your list of to-dos need to involve the emotion and the passion that you want to see in the individual. For instance, instead of answering the phone, you may want to talk about it in a way that says, show your gratitude and appreciation to every single person that walks in the door or contacts us by phone or email. Do you see how that then gives them an opportunity to say, oh, wow, I love doing that. Like, I love showing gratitude. I love being appreciative. I love telling people how much I'm so thankful to have them part of our world. But for the person who's like, what would I say thank you for? They're coming in here. What the heck? No, I don't know. No, I'm not saying thank you. That person's not the right fit for you. Do you see what I'm talking about? When you can take those mundane things, like you have to answer the phone and you have to know Microsoft and you have to be able to be good with computer and tech, whatever your checklist of the duties of the job, right? The actual duties, you want to be able to word them in a way that connects with the heart of the person so that you can attract that right person from here. And they get excited about even the way you talk about answering the phone. Like, no one ever thinks about that. But it's just so true. So when you're looking at hiring, number one, think about writing your job description with your core values first. Lead with your culture. Lead with the type of practice that you are. Not, Well, I'm a chiropractor and I've been in practice for X number of years and I graduated in my class and we're looking for a front desk assistant. Who the heck is going to want to apply for that job? Nobody. But when you can word that in a way that says, this is who we are. We love helping families, for instance. We love helping families be able to live better lives and be able to ensure that their children grow up happy and healthy and avoid common childhood illnesses and have everything that they need to be able to be happy and healthy. Whatever you're going to write. When your job description, or you're not your job description, your job posting, when it leads with that, you're going to naturally attract someone who goes, oh, yeah, I love that. Like, I love that. I love that. Those are going to be your champions and they're going to root for you. They're going to cheer for you. They're going to refer. They're going to bring people in. You're going to have an amazing team member. So you always want to get that cultural, emotional passion fit first. And then when you start describing your job description and the things you have to do in the job, the duties, I guess, that's when you can just get a little bit more creative and say, in the light of the fact that we serve families, this is how we do that. When we answer the phone, we show gratitude. Thank you so much for reaching out, etc. That sort of thing. So more about this topic. I just wanted to give you a little sneak peek about what I'm talking about on the podcast tomorrow. So don't miss it. And then super important, this week, you're going to get a couple of extra emails from me. And I'm going to be talking about a special event that I'm doing this coming Sunday night, the 14th, starts at 5:00 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And it's with my new friend, Blake Fly. And if you missed the podcast, you're going to want to go listen to it because it is so good. He is like the master of using gratitude in your practice to grow. Gratitude in any business, but he's got some pretty amazing tricks up his sleeve about how to use gratitude to create a practice and a business that people want to be at. And the referral potential is unbelievable, but you'll be able to really create connection with those people, your patients in your practice, patients or clients, in a way that will be unlike anyone else. And let me tell you, friend, if you don't do it, somebody else is going to do this and they're going to kick you out of the park because the guy who wins is the better marketer. Let me tell you, someone who could be a crappy practitioner down the street and they're super busy, it's because they've marketed their practice well. You are way better than they are. And you're not doing your marketing well. Gratitude is just one of those pieces of an exceptional marketing strategy and plan that can be a make or break deal when it comes to practice growth. So tomorrow on hiring, and then Sunday, don't miss out. You do need to register. It's a free event. It's about hour and a half. So block off some time on Sunday night. Come to the gratitude event. My whole team will be there. I'm going to be hosting it. Blake's going to be talking to us about how to incorporate gratitude. You are not going to want to miss this one. I promise. All right, friend, that's it. I'm out. More studying, more listening, more, Zooming to do. Zoom fatigue is real. That's all I got to say. All right, guys, take care. Mwah. Talk to you later. Bye.